Greetings, fellow magical wanderers. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today I have something very special to present to you, and that is the final chapter, chapter 7, in the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success book by Deepak Chopra. Now, since this is the conclusion chapter, I'm going to read chapter 7, and then I'm going to also read the closing out last little chapter looking pages. It's not very long, but it will be good nonetheless. And I just want to share my wholehearted thank you unto all whom have decided to follow along with this book that I have been publishing each chapter. And this book has been something I have loved sharing with you all, and the feedback that I've been gathering from each episode as it's gone along has just warmed my heart and brought total affirmation as to this book being the perfect one to present to the collective at this time, which is exactly what I intended. So dreams do come true. But anyways, thank you again, and we're gonna get right into chapter 7, the Law of Dharma, or purpose in life. The Law of Dharma, or purpose in life, chapter 7. Everyone has a purpose in life, a unique gift or special talent to give to others. And when we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and exaltation of our own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals. And this is a quote by Khalil Gibran, the prophet. I don't know if I said that right. When you work, you are a flute, through whose heart the whispering of the hours turns to music. And what is it to work with love? It is to weave the cloth with threads drawn from your heart, even as if your beloved were to wear that cloth. The 7th spiritual law of success is the law of Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that means purpose in life. The law of Dharma says that we have taken manifestation in physical form to fulfill a purpose. The field of pure potentiality is divinity in its essence, and the divine takes human form to fulfill a purpose. According to this law, you have a unique talent and a unique way of expressing it. There is something that you can do better than anyone else in the whole world. And for every unique talent, unique expression of that talent, there are also unique needs. When these needs are matched with the creative expression of your talent, that is the spark that creates affluence. Expressing your talents to fulfill needs creates unlimited wealth and abundance. If you could start children right from the beginning with this thought, you'd see the effect it has on their lives. In fact, I did this with my own children. Again and again, I told them there was a reason why they were here, and they had to find out that reason was for themselves. From the age of 4 years, they heard this. I also taught them to meditate when they were about the same age. And I told them, I never ever want you to worry about making a living. If you are unable to make a living when you grow up, I'll provide for you, so don't worry about that. I don't want you to focus on doing well in school. I don't want you to focus on getting the best grades or going to the best colleges. What I really want you to focus on is asking yourself how you can serve humanity and asking yourself what your unique talents are. Because you have a unique talent that no one else has, and you have a special way of expressing that talent, and no one else has it. They ended up going to the best schools, getting the best grades, and even in college, they are unique in that they are financially self-sufficient because they are focused on what they are here to give. This then is the law of Dharma. There are 3 components to the law of Dharma. The first component says that each of us is here to discover our true self, to find out on our own that our true self is spiritual, that essentially we are spiritual beings that have taken manifestation into a physical form. We're not human beings that have occasional spiritual experiences. It's the other way around. We're spiritual beings that have occasional human experiences. Each of us here is to discover our higher self or our spiritual self. That's the first fulfillment of the law of Dharma. We must find out for ourselves that inside us is a god or goddess in embryo that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity. The second component of the law of Dharma is to express our unique talents. The law of Dharma says that every human being has a unique talent. You have a talent that is unique in its expression, so unique that there's no one else alive on this planet that has that talent or that expression of that talent. This means that there's one thing you can do and one way of doing it that is better than anyone else on this entire planet. When you're doing that one thing, you lose track of time. When you're expressing that one unique talent that you possess, or more than one unique talent in many cases, the expression of that talent takes you into timeless awareness. The third component of the law of Dharma is service to humanity. To serve your fellow human beings and to ask yourself the questions, how can I help? How can I help all those that I come into contact with? When you combine the ability to express your unique talent or service to humanity, then you make full use of the law of Dharma. And coupled with the experience of your own spirituality, the field of pure potentiality, there is no way you will not have access to unlimited abundance, because that is the real way abundance is achieved. This is not a temporary abundance, it's permanent, because of your unique talent, your way of expressing it, and your service and dedication to your fellow human beings, which you discover through asking the question, how can I help? Instead of, what's in it for me? The question, what's in it for me, is the internal dialogue of the ego. Asking, how can I help, is the internal dialogue of the spirit. The spirit is that domain of your awareness where you experience your universality. Universality? Okay. And just shifting your internal dialogue from what's in it for me to how can I help, you automatically go beyond the ego into the domain of your spirit. While meditation is the most useful way of entering the domain of spirit, simply shifting your internal dialogue to how can I help will also access the spirit, that domain of your awareness where you experience your universality. If you want to make maximum use of the law of Dharma, then you have to make several commitments. The first commitment is, I'm going to seek my higher self, which is beyond my ego, through spiritual practice. The second commitment is, I'm going to discover my unique talents. And finding my unique talents, I'm going to enjoy myself, because the process of enjoyment occurs when I go into timeless awareness. That's when I'm in a state of bliss. The third commitment is, I'm going to ask myself how I am best suited to serve humanity. I'm going to answer that question and then put it into practice. I'm going to use my unique talents to serve the needs of my fellow human beings. I will match those needs to my desire to help and serve others. Sit down and make a list of the answers to these questions. Ask yourself, and feel free to pause the video if you actually want to sit down and make a list asking yourself these questions. I will read them gradually. Ask yourself, if money was no concern, and you had all the time and money in the world, what would you do? If you would still do what you currently do, then you are in Dharma, because you have passion for what you do. You are expressing your unique talents. Pause and reflect. Then ask yourself, how am I best suited to serve humanity? Answer that question and put it into practice. Discover your divinity. Find your unique talent. Serve humanity with it. And you can generate all the wealth, health, abundance that you want. When your creative expression matches the needs of your fellow human beings, then wealth, health, abundance will spontaneously flow from the unmanifest into the manifest, from the realm of the spirit to the world of form. You will begin to experience your life as a miraculous expression of divinity, not just occasionally, but all of the time. And you will know true joy and the true meaning of success, the ecstasy and exaltation of your own spirit. Now we go into how we can best apply the law of Dharma. And it still goes the same way for every chapter. It reads in self-affirmation. So I will read these gradually. There are 3 ways we can best apply the law of Dharma into our lives. And feel free to repeat after me, since they are speaking in I am terms. It's best to speak in this affirmative way so that the subconscious hears it, and we can innately feel more drawn to make pattern and habit changes that serve according to this law. So, repeat after me if you so feel called. I will put the law of Dharma into effect by making a commitment to take the following steps. 1. Today, I will lovingly nurture the god or goddess in embryo that lies deep within my soul. I will pay attention to the spirit within me that animates both my body and my mind. I will awaken myself to this deep stillness within my heart. I will carry the consciousness of timeless, eternal being in the midst of time-bound experience. Number 2, I will make a list of my unique talents. Then I will list all the things that I love to do, while expressing my unique talents. When I express my unique talents and use them in the service of humanity, I lose track of time and create abundance. In my life, as well as in the lives of others. And number 3, I will ask myself daily, how can I serve? And how can I help? The answers to these questions will allow me to help and serve my fellow human beings with love. And so it is. Thank you. Now, it's a bittersweet moment. I absolutely love this book, and I speak you have just gathered so much insight and direction and guidance of love light with all that has been shared in here. It's profound, and it's a lot. But thank you for being here with me, reading through it chapter by chapter each episode. And last but not least, I'm going to read the summary and conclusion of the whole book, and then we're gonna end it there. And soon after that, I will also be announcing the next book that we are going to start reading, which is called In This Moment by A.G. Thomas. And I know you are going to love that one as well. Absolutely. So, I read the summary and conclusion. I want to know God's thoughts. The rest are details. By Albert Einstein. The universal mind choreographs everything that is happening in billions of galaxies with elegant precision and unfaltering intelligence. Its intelligence is ultimate and supreme, and it permeates every fiber of existence, from the smallest to the largest, from the atom to the cosmos. Everything that is alive is an expression of this intelligence, and this intelligence operates through the 7 spiritual laws. If you look at any cell in the human body, you will see through its functioning the expression of these laws. Every cell, whether it's a stomach cell or a heart cell or a brain cell, has its birth in the law of pure potentiality. DNA is a perfect example of pure potentiality. In fact, it is the material expression of pure potentiality. The same DNA existing in every cell expresses itself in different ways in order to fulfill the unique requirements of that particular cell. Each cell also operates through the law of giving. A cell is alive and healthy when it's in a state of balance and equilibrium. This state of equilibrium is one of fulfillment and harmony, but it is maintained by a constant give and take. Each cell gives to and supports every other cell, and in turn is nourished by every other cell. The cell is always in a state of dynamic flow, and the flow is never interrupted. In fact, the flow is the very essence of the life of the cell. And only by maintaining this flow of giving is the cell able to receive and thus continue its vibrant existence. The law of karma is exquisitely executed by every cell because built into its intelligence is the most appropriate and precisely correct response to every situation as it occurs. The law of least effort is also exquisitely executed by every cell in the body. It does its job with quiet efficiency in the state of restful alertness. Through the law of intention and desire, every intention of every cell harnesses the infinite organizing power of nature's intelligence. Even a simple intention, such as metabolizing the molecule of sugar, immediately sets off a symphony of events in the body where precise amounts of hormones have to be secreted at precise moments to convert this molecule of sugar into pure creative energy. Of course, every cell expresses the law of detachment. It is detached from the outcome of its intentions. It doesn't stumble or falter because its behavior is a function of life-centered present moment awareness. Each cell also expresses the law of Dharma. Each cell must discover its own source, the higher self. It must serve its fellow beings and express its unique talents. Heart cells, stomach cells, and immune cells all have their source in the higher self, the field of pure potentiality. And because they are directly linked to this cosmic computer, they can express their unique talents with effortless ease and timeless awareness. Only by expressing their unique talents can they maintain both their own integrity and the integrity of the whole body. The internal dialogue of every cell in the human body is, how can I help? The heart cell wants to help the immune cells. The immune cells want to help the stomach, and the lung cells and the brain cells are listening to and helping every other cell. Every cell in the human body has only one function: to help every other cell. By looking at the behavior of the cells of our own body, we can observe the most extraordinary and efficient expression of the 7 spiritual laws. This is the genius of nature's intelligence. These are the thoughts of God. The rest are details. The 7 spiritual laws of success are powerful principles that will enable you to attain self-mastery. If you put your attention on these laws and practice the steps outlined in this book, you will see that you can manifest anything you want, all the affluence, money, and success that you desire. You will also see that your life becomes more joyful, relaxing, and abundant in every way. For these laws are also the spiritual laws of life that make living worthwhile. There is a natural sequence for the application of these laws in your daily life that may help you to remember them. The law of pure potentiality is experienced through silence, through meditation, through non-judgment, through communion with the nature, but it is activated by the law of giving. The principle here is to learn to give that which you seek. That's how you activate the law of pure potentiality. If you seek affluence, give affluence. If you seek money, give money. If you seek love, appreciation, and affection, then learn to give love, appreciation, and affection. Through your actions in the law of giving, you activate the law of karma. You create good karma, and good karma makes everything in life easy. You notice that you don't have to expend a lot of effort to fulfill your desires, which automatically leads to an understanding of the law of least effort. When everything is easy and effortless, and your desires keep getting fulfilled, you spontaneously begin to understand the law of intention and desire. Fulfilling your desires with effortless ease makes it easy for you to practice the law of detachment. Finally, as you begin to understand all the above laws, you begin to focus on your true purpose in life, which leads to the law of Dharma. Through the use of this law, by expressing your unique talents and fulfilling the needs of your fellow human beings, you begin to create whatever you want, whenever you want it. You become carefree and joyful, and your life becomes an expression of unbounded love. We are travelers on a cosmic journey, stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. Life is eternal, but the expressions of life are ephemeral, momentary, transient. Gautama Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, once said, "This existence of ours is as transient as autumn clouds. To watch the birth and death of beings is like looking at the movements of a dance. A lifetime is like a flash of lightning in the sky, rushing by like a torrent down a steep mountain." We have stopped for a moment to encounter each other, to meet, to love, to share. This is a precious moment, but it is transient. It is little parenthesis in eternity. If we share with caring, lightheartedness, and love, we will create abundance and joy for each other. And then this moment will have been worthwhile. And this is a brief little description about the author Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra is a world-renowned leader in the field of mind-body medicine and human potential. He is the best-selling author of numerous books, including Ageless Body, Timeless Mind, Quantum Healing, and Creative Affluence, as well as numerous audio and video programs that promote health and well-being. His books have been translated into more than 25 languages, and he lectures widely throughout North America, South America, India, Europe, Japan, and Australia. Currently, he is the executive producer and director for the Institute of Mind, Body Medicine, and Human Potential at Sharp Healthcare in San Diego, California, which is where I'm from. So that's awesome. I did not know that part. So if you ever want to pay a visit to the Mind, Body, Medicine, and Human Potential in the Sharp Healthcare Hospital in San Diego, California, you will find him there. I sincerely just love this book. And again, I thank you so much for reading it with me and being part of this journey. I would absolutely love to hear how you have integrated these practices into your life and how and what kind of benefit it has brought to you. And I would also love to know what you are manifesting in your life currently, based from the 7 laws and the steps in action, you know, reflecting on that life purpose, asking yourself best, how can I be of service? Focusing on your unique qualities, talents, gifts, skills, abilities, and creating a life from that center of love. What is that looking like for you? Do you feel like you're doing it, or you are on the road to doing it? Or are you feeling inspired to just start doing it? Either way, all arrives in divine timing. There's no rush. There's no pressure. And pursue the journey of your own self-development and God's self-awakening with patience, love, ease, grace, and embracing your uniqueness. You are beautiful the way that you are. Your talents, skills, gifts, and abilities are gifts to the world, and only you express them in a way that only you can and know how to. Naturally. It comes very natural to you, you doing what you love. So do it, because you love to do it. Don't put a time frame on it. Don't put a schedule on it. Don't get a regimen going that is too rigid or put to a structure that is just gonna make it fizzle out. Just do it when you feel called to do it and come from that space of love. And genuinely, that's what I've been doing on my channel, and it has been working absolutely beautiful, and I'm super grateful. So that's my advice to you, and take what resonates, leave the rest for the others, and till next time, we'll go into the next book. That's it. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you again, and namaste.